So the other thing that I want to talk about is you mentioned Amazon Inspire, and then you referred to vertical and horizontal. Can you expand on those for those who are not familiar with the concept?
Yeah. So the horizontal video, right? Obviously something that's shot in landscape mode, the default mode on YouTube. And by the way, if you think about the way these social channels are playing out, if evolved and played out, YouTube is where people go to do long form product research. Again, we're active on all the social platforms. We really started on YouTube because we were video first. And so that was the default logical platform for us to be on 10 years ago. And we were very early. Everyone else was just, focused on Instagram. It's much easier to be on Instagram. But if you think about it, again, YouTube is a landscape type experience, a classic, almost TV experience. So very much oriented toward long form viewing. And that's where people are doing long form product research with dwell times, video watch lengths that frankly, if anything, are expanding, right? So YouTube is actually catching up to TV in many ways. And so all this stuff foots. So the orientation of that hero video is landscape. And again, that's where people are conditioned to watch when they're watching in landscape mode, they're conditioned to dwell longer. So all this is sort of, footing together and fitting together like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. That's where, you and me, Nick, are sort of recommending, hey, think about 45 seconds to, up to 2 minutes for that area. Vertical, the way that, TikTok works, Instagram works, those have traditionally been phone-based experiences, mobile experiences, the shorter times, the scanning through with our thumbs and skipping around to find the content we want. So even as they have moved, think about Instagram moving from entirely image-based to now much more of a video orientation, or TikTok, the eating the world short form video experience. Those are vertical experiences. We're conditioned for them to be shorter. And so we want to have that shorter video content to resonate, and we can expect the same sort of consumer behaviors, even though they're now in the Amazon environment. So I like to think of the Amazon as a hybrid social environment. And I think Amazon wants to be a hybrid social environment. So it will always be commerce first, but I think they want you to feel like you're having this fun social experience and, just clicking the buy button, every minute or two. So again, I think, and you want to be native. I'm seeing more and more vertical videos in the hero area. I think it's a mistake. And, obviously anything that was initially shot in landscape, very difficult to repurpose into the vertical. So you do have to think about, and this is again, why to use an influencer or a professional production company versus raw UGC. You need somebody to think about, okay, I need to reshoot that same point that I was making, into the vertical, the way that I did it in the landscape. And I need to provide all those assets back to the client. It's still going to be way more cost efficient than having two different people do it. And you're going to lose consistency of editorial voice. So you just have to think about sort of, that's one of your production needs as you go into this.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm taking away from this conversation is you got to have a strategy for landscape and vertical videos. You can't just have one and then think, as you mentioned at the beginning, I like that phrase, check the box approach. Check the box approach no longer works.
No longer works.
There is another fact here. More than half of the shopping is being done on mobile. So therefore, people are used to that mobile. Something else you mentioned that I caught, it's so significant. When somebody starts watching a video in a horizontal landscape format, they are preconditioned to watch longer. But if they are watching in a vertical format, they are equally preconditioned to scroll up to the next one very quickly. So therefore, your messaging has to be a good fit for the format that you want to produce. And if it's a matter of some of the features, do one video per feature in a vertical format so people can scroll through.
Yep.
And if you are telling a story, don't tell the story in a vertical format. People are not going to watch it too long, right? So it's so, it's amazing how everything becomes fragmented, and then you really have to focus on these individual pieces.
Yes, I totally agree. I mean, many things in the world are getting easier. Some things are getting harder, and this is one of them. But the benefits, I think, are inarguably there.